On behalf of the people who helped put this show together, and Sam, I'd like to say sorry for the disappointment and embarrassment our inter-season opener will no doubt cause.
It's not the opener you want, and it's not the opener we wanted.
I wanted dwarves.
We wanted to bring you a range of songs and subject matter.
I wanted dwarves.
But instead, it's mainly about Asada.
Our commitment is actually to try and find some other topics.
Found one.
Not dwarves.
Ah, better than that.
Deepest grounds, Arnold Star, a looking like a dream we took too far.
Jeepers!
Awfully good.
That's what we call childish, Sam.
No, that's what we call ramming the point home, Jimmy boy.
Righto, from now on most of the songs are about Asada.
Even this.
Nice one, Bill.
Thanks, Purple.
But stick with us. We are going to make you proud to be a member of our Footy Show audience.
In the meantime, here's some of our normal shit.
Well, this man is quite erratic, melodramatic, slightly asthmatic. Why, it's Brian fighting! Brian fighting! But when he starts his fist shaking, you wouldn't know he's got gout. Keep fighting, Brian, keep fighting. Tells the young to F off and gives the guy beside him a clout. It's worth the money, praise BG is funny. Back in the days of yore, he could eat a whole ball. When his fuse gets lit, he really cracks the shits. Brian fighting. Go, 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 go. With every sighting, you redefine the word hostile. The headlock's tightening, ooh, a fraction frightening. See him reacting, really is our favorite compile. Well, Sam singing, that could be winning. It's supreme, punched out a team. Brian fighting. No, 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 no.
Not impressed.
Check that. Dank said, take it, take it, take it. Everyone wanted the scoop. I'll steer it away, Lee. Trying to sort out all the lies. Disclosures, protein shakes, and drug testers. Thiamosine beta-4 to make you feel fresher. Lipotropin that helps to stop you getting fatter. The sort of stuff that might turn your balls into leather. Oh, come on. Come on, Hurdy.
And that's enough. We're doing a Mad Monday song.
No, we're not touching that, Sam.
I've hired the dwarves, Gary.
Don't care.
Quite a few.
How many?
Is 208 a lot?
Find something else for them to sing about, Samuel.
But there is nothing else for them to sing about. Nothing.
Pretty red. That's one ferocious stare.
Sorry about that. It was Gary's idea.
Right, put this on.
If you think I'm going to dress up as a woman and do another song about Asada or Jimmy Hurd, well, you are mistaken, my friend. I have principles.
Well, we get to go home as soon as it's done.
Righto.
Well, it took a whole season now. Kick the bombers out. Come on, come on, come on, Asada now. What the were you working out? The guns gave him ties of pearl. Yankee said it was fine.
from Rod Laver Arena. A show that doesn't need peptides to be big. It's the Grand Final Footy Show. Please welcome Gary Lyon, James Brayshaw, and Sam Newman.
Very nice. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Grand Final Footy Show. Great to have your company. We're looking forward to an unbelievable match on Saturday, Jimmy.
Oh, yes.
They've come from across the country. The Hawthorn supporters are waiting for them. Where's the support line in the house? Who's going for the Hawks?
All right, for the first time ever, who's here for the Fremantle Dockers?
Plenty of them here, Jim. It's going to be a beauty. Hey, as has been tradition on the Grand Final Footy Show for a long time, the two men in charge of the teams on Saturday, Ross Lyon and Alistair Clarkson, to join us live here at Rod Laver Arena.
In the
house.
Hey. Well, I tell you what, the other thing that's big for us about this show always are the live acts, the entertainment, and none better than these three. Have a listen to this. Birds of Tokyo, UMI, Bernard Fanning.
Looking forward to them, man. Looking forward to your work. The best of street talk. Another fine year from you, Samuel.
We've been out amongst the madding crowd, Gary and Jim Bob. We've been chatting to the folk out there, that eclectic bunch of people that are otherwise known as the general public.
Exactly. We look forward to hearing and seeing your very best work. Also, sportsbet.com.au. So big as a player review come. They are the major sponsor. Collingwood represented, Carlton, Richmond, Greater Western Sydney, Gold Coast. It is going to be the best ever. Don't worry about that.
Oh, and also, absolutely, $40,000, Gary, goes to the winner of Almost Football Legends. That's to come as well, but let's get this one underway. Jimmy. No better place to start than with one of the great frontmen of Australian rock music doing his own thing now and here to perform Tell Me How It Ends. Put your hands together for Bernard Fanning. On the Grand Final Footy Show, we take a good hard look at the big dance, with both Grand Final coaches, Clarko and Roscoe, joining us live. There'll be a sharp Grand Final edition of Sam's Mailbag, always a cut above his usual stuff.
What? What's that?
Big Wilbur's roped John O'Brien into wrapping up Almost Football Legends. Now don't stuff it up, Willis. And look out, chart toppers Birds of Tokyo and Timmy Rogers and the UMI boys will bang out some massive hits. Plus, my man Menard will be back with another. And don't forget the big one, the sportsbet.com.au Grand Final Review.
So exciting! Gooey, eh?
Including, for possibly the last time, Davey Roden.
I just love him.
And in our 20th year, which famous review act will be recreated?
I reckon Gazza will take it out.
I think Gaz is obviously the favourite.
Well, your mate Gary might get up again.
Plus, plenty of your favourite players wheel in. We give you our tips and, sit back and enjoy the Enforcer-later in his element, pounding the pavement and honing in on some real sharp hume in a sensational season of Street Talk.
You idiot.
You look like a porn star.
I wish.
All that's coming up tonight on the Grand Final Footy Show. Welcome back to Rod Laver Arena, the Grand Final Footy Show live. How good, by the way, Bernard Fanning. Unbelievable. He'll be back later on. Gary's band, Birds of Tokyo. I know you're very, very excited about the Birds, and also a big finish with UMI, so lots still to come on the Footy Show. Panel, most important, and we're going to start with two of the biggest and highest profile power forwards in football, from Brisbane Lions and from the Richmond Football Club. Welcome Jonathan Brown and Jack Riewoldt. Some nice swagger there, Gary, on the big boys. This man, not quite as big as in stature, but equally as big in reputation. He has been the ambassador for the Premiership Cup all week. Brownlow medalist, Hawthorn Premiership player. Make him welcome Shane Crawford.
There it is. That is it, Shane. That's what they're all playing for on Saturday. You've done a marvellous job,
May
Carly.
the best team win.
Yes, around the country. So well done, of course. Wonderful panel to kick it off, but we need the main man out here. There's only one who's been here since day one.
True.
Jimmy boy. And I speak, of course, of the 300-game superstar who generally at the start of these shows gives us some indication of which way he's leaning as to who might win the big game. Please, give it up for John Sammy Newman.
Well, I saw the thing coming out of the sky. Had a one long horn and one big eye. Optimistic shaking and I said, ooh, it looks like a perfect people leader to me. There's a moon flying, purple people leader. We can go around the throne, baby.
Way my short, so look strange to me. Well, I said goodbye, and what do you know? I saw him last night on a TV show. He was really rocking, really knocking them dead, playing rock and roll music through the horn, and he said,
Well done.
Watch the cup.
Hey,
The cup.
Patrick Keane just had a heart attack.
Jeez, it's really fallen
Cup's
up.
all right. They leaning towards the Dockers, is that what we assume their force?
Well, don't assume anything, Gary. I've seen the Dockers play. Actually, the only games I've seen in recent memory have all been Dockers games. The Derby, and I saw them play St Kilda once while I was over in Perth. So I know their modus operandi very well, and I'll be giving an insight into the way they might go about things.
Look forward to you speaking to the coach Ross Lyon and sharing your thoughts with him. But what about it? Hey,
Ian?
he's coming in. Jonathan Brown's in the house. So welcome, Brownie. Great to see you.
Hey guys, how are you? Hey guys.
It's good, mate. Exciting time of the year. You're very familiar with it. Hey, big news for the Brisbane Lions too through the week with the appointment of Justin Leppich, your old teammate.
It's great news. Lepper, he's obviously a premiership legend there, taken over from Vossi, even though I think Vossi might have helped him get prepared for the interview. It's fantastic. He's went away, he spent 3 years assistant coach at Brisbane, then 4 years under Damien Hardwick at the Tigs, and I know Jack's very disappointed he's come to Brisbane, but we're all very excited now. We feel like the club can move forward.
Hang on, I just picked you up on something there. Yeah. You're telling me that Michael Voss may have sat down with Justin Leppich and helped him prepare for the job that he got the arse from?
Well, I think Lepper said that yesterday on radio, and they're obviously very close mates, and Lepper didn't come in and as soon as Vossi had been sacked or let go. It's obviously been about 6 or 7 weeks ago, so they've gone through a full process. Lepper was lucky enough to get the job in front of some really good candidates. Apparently it was a really close interview process, but Lepper will come in. He's his own man. He's very strong, which you need to be up there. Very good football brain as well.
Sat down with you, had a coffee. That was his first point of call. What came out of it? Can we expect to see you running around next year? And don't give us a
No. Look, things seem things seem pretty positive at the moment, but we have to have a chat with Dean Moran, who's our footy manager, and Lepper on Monday, an official chat. Haven't felt any negative vibes yet. We'll wait and see on Monday.
Might go into a heavy supplements program over the summer. Just try and see if you can lift yourself.
Well, myself and Lepper used to enjoy a few supplements of the liquor variety back in our heyday. Me and Lepper are very close mates, but he's the head coach now. I'll certainly respect that position. I just expect the honesty, and if Lep wants me to hang the boots up, I'll follow that order, but wait and see.
Well, he certainly knows how to win flags. I just wanted to ask you, Jonathan, the 2004 grand final, Alistair Lynch went berserk. Do you think it's going to happen in this grand final coming up? Here's Lynchy. Look at this. Bang! Take that. And what? You want another one? Bang! Bang!
There he goes.
Going out swinging. Do you reckon it's going to happen? Fremantle Hawthorn? All guns blazing?
Well, if you want Fremantle to dive pneumonia, but none of those punches actually hit, mate. But
hey, he missed.
Just an opportunity to show some gratuitous violence. That's all we showed that for. That's right. Hey, great to have Jack Revolt here too. Welcome, Jackie boy.
Thanks, guys.
Mate, you got there, you played your first final, didn't end up the way you would have liked it.
No, it was
probably disappointing for the football club. It was a big build-up outside of our four walls, and we knew that Carlton were going to stick it to us. We got a good lead early on, and we done in round 21 against them, and unfortunately the Blues run over the top of us. Probably a little bit of immaturity in our group on the big stage, but running out in front of 95,000 fans, most of them Richmond supporters, is something that I remember for a long time,
Going with a ferocious sweep tonight, Jackie boy.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I want to ask you this. Lots spoken about in the off-season with your club, and especially Dustin Martin. Does he stay? Does he go? We might have had an inkling at the Brownlow Medal that things have softened a little between the teammates. Have a look at this. He's got Azza Edwards enjoying it there, and Koch, and they're doing some fist clenching. Tell us what's going on here, please.
Well, Aaron's feeding Dustin grapes there. Had him on the arm for the night, so they went as a couple, which was cute. But look, he's still a player that's on our list and still a required player in my eyes, and a lot of players at the football club. And
you spoken to him?
Have texted him, have spoken to him. So I know that Damien sat down with him last Friday and planned it out. So at the moment, it's still in the hands of the football managers and the football club. So they've got to sort that out, along with Dustin and his father and his management. So I mean, hopefully for all parties, they can come to something pretty soon. But as I said, if he's back and signed up soon, he'll definitely be a required player and be welcome with open arms.
He'd look all right in a Brisbane jumper, I reckon. Every time we play him, he gets 3 votes against us. So hopefully Lepper might be able to drag him up the highway.
We've stolen Lepper, so I think we might try and hang on to Dusty.
All right, you two, just sit back and relax. It was only a matter of time, Gary, before the old enforcer went with a purple rinse, given that he is pushing 100. But what we're going to do here is, we know, Sam, that it's got a Mohican style.
I like it.
What we're going to do here, we know if Hawthorn win, we're pretty confident we know who's going to bring the cup out, of course, and why wouldn't it be Shane?
Well,
but
we don't know that for sure.
All right, we're pretty
it'd be a good idea.
We're sort of hopeful.
Yeah,
but Gary, if the purple haze prevail, we want to know who it will be, Sam, who'll bring the cup up onto the dais.
Well, look, I've put the jury is still out as to who would present the cup, but I've put together a short list.
Have you? Okay.
First up, a man who a couple of years ago suggested a unique name for the Dockers.
Catfish. Catfish. Oh, shitfish.
And the second choice was this rotund lad who got hit in the head with a football.
Yes.
There's someone I think who looks like Sean. And little Jesse Dart, who is now 48 and is on drugs and has been in rehab, and he's a member of AA, and he's absolutely knackered. He's got 8 kids. And these 2 fine lasses who are obviously fighting over who would get the privilege of giving the cup out should the Dockers ever get to the last dance.
Maybe one of those 5 for us. Who knows? They were all, of course, down Freo when you went and did your street
They were.
tours.
Great people down at Freo. Got to know them well.
Very nice. Grand final edition of Street Talk.
Before we get to the Shane, very quickly, we're going to talk about Hawthorn in greater detail when Al Clarkson comes out. But you're close to the boys, the sense of confidence around the camp?
Oh, well, they obviously know it's going to be very, very tough, but I reckon they're like 50 or 60% better than they were last year going into the grand final. They're very
50
fit.
or 60?
Yeah, absolutely. They were physically and mentally gone last year, but this year they are ready.
Why
and so
would
is
they be
Fremantle, so it's going to be a wonderful grand final.
Why would they be any better this year then?
Because they've managed them better and they've won a lot of games early so they could back off and freshen a few up. So they're ready, and I just think it's going to be a wonderful grand
It's hard
final.
for Force to get his head around that.
Yeah.
So,
They've freshened
time their run. Well,
Ruffy and Lance up. They've been freshened up. They didn't get a kick between them last week.
Clarko when he comes out here very shortly, Jimmy.
No doubt. In fact, the only footy show this whole week that has both grand final coaches on set. So don't worry about that. Now, Sam, are you ready to go? Because it is time on the grand final footy show for Sam's mailbag.
I always get annoyed when he approaches me off
No, I
camera.
don't trust you, so I'm keeping it over here.
This is from Clem of Point Cook.
Yes.
Sammy, the wife and I like to watch your show in the sack.
Hello.
This is what Clem says. We are there now. Well, hallelujah. Could you give us a quick wave? Well, all the best. I tell you what, I've looked at the running sheet. I haven't got much on in the 3rd and 4th segment. I might duck out myself and help Clem on.
So nail this bit first.
Maybe Clem could help me on.
Come on.
Now, the reason I'm writing is I know the AFL sell AFL bed linen. Now, did you know that?
They do.
And that is that's Hawthorns.
Yeah,
and
that's
that
my
is
bed.
What?
That's my bed.
It's a cot, Shane. That is outselling. That is outselling all the others by 20-fold because, just think about it, because the brown and the yellow colours, some folk have been able to get 6 months out of their linen without changing them.
Come on.
In case things start leaking. And no one would know. No one would know, Jimmy.
Don't encourage him. Please.
Does the Footy Show, says Clem, does the Footy Show, where am I up to? Does the Footy Show have any of its own bed linen? Well, it just so happens that it does, Clem. This is a giant king-size sheet that we managed to put on the website, and this is it here.
Oh, have a look at that. Oh, wow. That is very
This is our great colleague here, Jimmy, ramming that point home.
Well, it's big. What about the people at the back? Spin it around.
There it is.
Look at that.
Ooh.
That is big.
Now,
Look at that.
that is... This is...
Come on.
Now this is...
Mrs. B's in the audience.
This is the last time, in deference to Jim, because we've seen the relief on his face, Gary. This is the last time we're going to show this.
My beautiful wife's
Have
in
we
the
got a
audience,
replay of it, incidentally? This is Jim ramming the... There he is. And all the best,
Gary, I've got my son here.
and all the best to Mrs. P, who's on a walking frame as we speak. From Oscar.
Jeepers.
Come on.
From Oscar of Melbourne. Dear Sam, there is someone on your panel tonight who has taught me much about manhood, and I'll give you a clue. It's not Jim. It's Big Jono Brown. The one thing...
So exciting.
One thing I haven't been able to manage, though, is his strut. Could he teach me? I will be at the show Thursday night. Oscar, are you here at the show?
Yeah, mate. Over here.
What?
There he is.
Is that you, Oscar?
It's Oscar.
Yeah, Sammy.
Good on you, mate. So would you like, well, first of all, would you like to see Brownie's strut? This is what Oscar can't...
Here it is. Look at him. Look at that big man.
Or then we've got Viscount Lyon's strut here. Very sharp.
Have a look at him.
Now, Oscar, which one would you, where in the hell are you, man?
He's over there.
Just amongst the...
Over that way.
Both.
Over
Yeah,
that way.
get them both at it, Sammy.
I'm not doing
Get
it.
them both at
I'm
it.
embarrassed,
Head
but
to
I'd
head.
love to
Where is
see.
he?
He's over there, but Brownie, I think Brownie can give us a run.
Both of you.
Brownie,
Get out and
show
do
us the
it.
strut.
No.
Come on, mate.
Come on, Brownie. Come on out here. Show us. Come on.
Do the quick run.
Out here, show us.
Get Oscar up.
Look, he's going the whole way around.
Where's he going? Get up here.
What's he doing?
Get up here.
Look at him.
And Gary's got to get out
No
as well.
bullshit. Oh, sorry, Gary.
Is that it?
Righto.
Hurry up, Oscar.
Now, quickly.
Come on, here we go.
Come on, Oscar. Got to get up here at
Here we go.
11:30.
Yeah, go on.
What about
Right,
Gary?
where the common mistake is, Sammy, the people walk with hunched shoulders like that. You got to step back. You got to walk tall, shoulders
Speaking to
back.
me.
You just sit there. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. And then you stop. When you think it's going through, then you just go. You wave to mum in the crowd, son. That's how you do it, Oscar.
Oscar.
Get Gary up.
Get him up.
No, give us
Gary,
a run,
time is
Oscar.
on the wing.
We're going.
Gary.
No.
Gary.
We got to move.
I'm not doing it.
Have a go, Gary.
No, come on.
Gary.
Here we go. Alistair Clarkson's waiting. We've got to get moving on.
I'll do Dermot. I can do Dermot.
Get up.
All right, good it is.
Go on, do this.
Come on, quick. Come on. Let's go.
Well
Clarko,
done, Brownie. Well
Very
done.
nice work from you, Brownie.
Now I've got another letter. No, don't look like that.
Let's
If
go.
you'd got up and done the strut, we would have saved 10 minutes.
I can do a Gary strut.
No,
I can. I can quickly do it. I can do it.
All right, now time's on the wing. I know you got another letter we might get to a little bit later. Alistair Clarkson backstage waiting for us. We're going to go to a break. The coach of Hawthorn joins us next on The Footy Show.
An unbelievable highlight of the 2013 Footy Show year was that effort by Shane Crawford. Over $1.3 million raised, if you don't mind, for Breast Cancer Network Australia. Which means, included with the run last year from Adelaide to Melbourne, that is over $2 million that Shane has raised himself for this unbelievable cause. And Wayne, we have in the house, and you'll be familiar with this chariot because it has escorted you the whole way across, the pink Nissan. Here it is, the mighty Navara STX 550. It is Australia's only dual-cab 3-litre diesel V6. It is known as Australia's most powerful tradie, and the magnificent people at Nissan, who are great friends of ours, of course, have an enormous announcement, ladies and gentlemen, touched by the unbelievable work of Shane Crawford, and even more so of that done by BCNA. Nissan are donating that car to Breast Cancer Network Australia. So that is amazing.
That's very, very nice work from Nissan, and well done to you, Shane. It was the highlight of the year for us. Let's get stuck into the football now, and it is going to be a massive day on Saturday at the MCG. Our next guest has taken the Hawks to the big dance twice. A marvellous victory 2008 over the Cats, a heartbreaking loss to the Sydney Swans last year. What will transpire this weekend? Please welcome the coach of the Hawthorn Footy Club, Alistair Clarkson.
Good to see you, mate. How you going?
That's okay.
Righty, mate.
Clarko's had a massive year. We were hoping that he missed the opener of the Footy Show, of course. Great
You've been
friend.
putting shit on the midgets.
About the Footy Show.
You've been putting shit on us midgets.
Square that away.
You're not a midget.
Good luck, mate.
You're semi-organising that.
Who do you reckon that was? You didn't happen to see the opener by any chance, Clarko, did you?
Yeah, I was sitting in the green room with Billy.
It was all Gary's idea. He's the boss of the show. He told us to do it.
Hey, we appreciate your time, mate. We know how busy you are through the week. You sat in this chair probably 12 months to the day ahead of the Swans. Shane's already alluded to the fact that he thinks the Hawks are better prepared this time around. Do you concur?
Yeah, I think so. We lost a lot of early games last year and had to work pretty hard towards the back end of the year to even just make the top four. And I think we just ran out of gas, Gaz, and didn't play our best footy in the last two games of the year. We feel like we've been able to prepare ourselves for the finals this year a little bit better, but the proof will be in the pudding come Saturday afternoon.
What about the 5-minute mark of the prelim final quarter? Bert, were your nerves jangling? You got the Cats and it's the curse and you're 20 points down. What a terrific performance that was.
Yeah, listen, it was a great effort, but the game had ebbed and flowed all night, and we knew we just hung in there and we'd get another chance at it. It was just whether we could convert our chances, and we had them. And the boys dug pretty deep, and we just happened to be in front at the right time, which was pleasing for us.
Jeff Kennett ring you, did he?
just got the text from the Jeffrey who's sticking into a whiskey, I think.
Yeah, I played golf with him last week, and
Capital. Out of the capital?
Oh, I can't mention where it was. It was the capital. And and I suppose it must have stung you when he called for your sacking after the first loss of the season, and it's just got you where you've got you to this. You owe it all to him, do you?
Well, he tried to push me out the door a couple of years ago, Sammy, so round one was no different.
Let's take you back to 2008, and I know Brownie wants to have a piece of it, but just have a look at some of this vision, Clarko, because as Gaz said, your first look at a grand final, an unbelievable victory over the raging favourites Geelong, and can you believe that is, 6 years ago?
Yeah, listen, it goes around pretty quick, doesn't it? But all you can do is put yourself up there each year and try your best, and sometimes sometimes the door opens for you and sometimes it doesn't, and we found a shut door last year, unfortunately. Hopefully we find an open door this time.
Clarko, obviously last year was very disappointing for the boys. They would have been stung by that. Has it been approached or talked about by yourself or the boys this week in the preparation?
No, not as yet. It'll probably be discussed at some point tomorrow, but I think our guys are pretty keen to, they're energised and they're ready for a contest. And hopefully it'll be a great game of footy, but we're ready to go, so we'll see how we go.
And a young kid, Clarko, that you've brought into the side, obviously Brendan Whitecross, shocking news, doing his knee again as he did last year, but Jonathan Simpkin gets his chance. The unique position, I suppose, of playing in a grand final last week for Box Hill and a premiership, and then getting his chance to play AFL this week, happened in 2007 with Stephen King and Geelong. What do you think he's going to bring to the lineup?
Yeah, we had to make sure he stayed off the fizz last Sunday night, but along with about 4 or 5 other of our lads. It was a great win by Box Hill boys against the Cats last Sunday, and one of those.
Now you'd be hoping, Al. Sorry,
you're right, mate. You jump in, mate.
No, I couldn't hear for the applause.
Oh,
sorry. Had you finished, Jack?
That's okay, Steve.
It's a longish question, anyhow. You'd be hoping your two key forwards, Jared Ruff and perhaps Lance in his last game for the club, might do something.
Yeah, we'd like those boys a bit. We had some guys that kicked some goals for us. We had Gunston and Hale that kicked some goals for us last week instead of those two. So, we'll be right. We'll kick some goals.
Did you miss that aside about maybe Lance's last appearance for the... Maybe?
Maybe not.
I think he
might still be Hawks, Sammy.
Hey, let's take a look at your team, Clarko, because, as you say, back-to-back grand finals. What a sensational effort. 23 players on the Hawks list have played in at least one grand final, and just the 2 for Fremantle. What will that say by final siren? Simpkin, as Jackie Boy mentioned, the lucky player to come in for the very unlucky Brendan Whitecross. Top team all year, your old boys, Shane, and it couldn't be better placed coming into this grand final.
Yeah, it's a very good team. I think the great thing about the team is it's got some stars in there, but they all know what to do. They all play their role, and they put the team first in everything they do. And I love, Clarko, how your message is really getting through to the players. And we only have to look at Brad Sewell on the weekend. He was taking it all in.
I heard a couple of cheers come from the room in there. What was going on?
I don't know.
What was going on there, Clarko? What's going on with Sewell?
Yeah. Well, I haven't got much hope of getting through to him tomorrow, have I?
No, but it's very exciting for those guys to have another crack at hopefully, winning another premiership, especially after last year's loss. So no doubt, a lot of hurt still there.
Yeah, well, listen, we've turned out over our side a fair bit, Croft, since 2008, as you'd know. There's only a few premiership players left in our side, and that's what's exciting for us. We've got a new group of players have come through, and hopefully it'll hold us in good stead for this particular week, but also for the years ahead.
Clarko, most of the footy world sat back and watched Saturday night Freo against Sydney. We were over there and had a look at it, and the talk's been about this pressure that they've been able to apply. The biggest amount of pressure ever in the game. How'd you see it?
Yeah, listen, they were really impressive. We got a lot of regard for Sydney. Obviously, they knocked us off in the granny last year, and we'd played them a couple of times in the last 4 weeks, so we know how hard they are to beat. And Fremantle played, exceptionally well. So we know we're up for a challenge. Always when you play against Ross Lyon led sides, it's going to be a real fierce battle, and we're expecting no different on Saturday afternoon.
Got a plan for Ryan Crowley, Clarko? Someone coming off the line early, Mark Yates style?
Yeah, he's grown in prominence over the course of a week, hasn't he? So that'll be an interesting contest.
Maybe
I'm sure.
you could get him in the quarter time changeover.
I wouldn't mind having a crack.
Hesitant to bring this up, Clarko, but I need to. You don't need distractions in grand final week, but the Commissioner, Mike Sheehan, dropped on Monday on his program on Fox Footy that you're heading to West Coast as coach whether you win or lose. Shock to you, I would imagine.
Bit of shock. Precious usually rings me when he
Precious.
when he comes up with that sort of stuff. But no, I'll be staying at Hawk, Gaz.
Katie? That's
Forever.
For a while, mate.
For a while.
For a little while. Yeah.
Got two big key forwards over there, boys, just before we let Clarko go, because time's precious. Who's got the better forward group, do you think?
Well, I actually think it's probably more of the better back group. I reckon Brian Lake's a guy that's coming this year for the Hawks, who's complemented Josh Gibson immensely. And you look at the Gibson and Lake, they match up perfectly for a Pavlich and, say, a resting ruckman. So I just think Hawthorn are going to be strong, and I think that's where the game can be won in those back two there.
Round dog?
Yeah, I think Hawthorn's got the better forward line. Obviously, we talk about the big boys, but you've got Rioli and Bruce there as well. The big boys are due. A few of them are going to take some marks, I reckon, and kick some goals.
And last one, the weather, Clarko. You wouldn't be too fussed, though. I mean, it's rain around today, clears tomorrow, and again, I think we're going to get some rain on Saturday. So a lot of people suggest it's going to help Freo with their in-tight stuff, but wouldn't worry too much.
No, not too much. I mean, we trained in it today, so we'll see how we go on Saturday.
Yeah, reasonably bad weather at Waverley every now and then. Hey, Sam, what do you think?
Well, the Dockers have an uncanny knack of disconcerting the opposition by the way they play. I know that's not a revelation, but they just follow the ball in waves. You've got to be ready for when they all end up down your end of the ground and you don't know what to do. I'm sure you will know what to do, but it's a thing you've got to watch out for, isn't it?
Just tip the Hawks, mate, or I'll smash it.
Andy will. I don't doubt it either.
Clarko, as Gaz said off the top, we know how hard it is grand final week, and we know how tight your time is, so we really appreciate you making the effort to come in. Third grand final as a coach is an unbelievable performance. Good luck on Saturday.
Good on you guys.
Our Clarkson, everyone. Superstar he is. We're going to take a break, back with plenty more on the Footy Show after this. Still to come on the Grand Final Footy Show, Sam's sharpest stuff floats to the surface in the very best of Street Talk for 2013.
Leave, football, leave.
I thought you would come back. Plenty of live music. Big Bernie's back to wish us well, along with Grand Final specialists, Birds of Tokyo. Big Roscoe Lyon has his say ahead of the Dockers' first ever AFL Grand Final, and we hear he's keen to catch up with Croft.
You're quite brilliant, Shane. Yeah, terrific.
Plus, the sportsbet.com.au Grand Final review is just around the corner. Don't forget to head to footyshow.com.au to vote for one of these class acts to strut their stuff. Would you like to see the Gazman pull on the fishnet, Sully?
I don't know.
That's all coming up on the Grand Final Footy Show.
The sportsbet.com.au Grand Final review is just moments away. So, time's running out for you to cast your vote on which Footy Show star's iconic act you'd like brought back to celebrate our 20th year. Hit footyshow.com.au now to vote for Bill doing meatloaf, even worse than the real meatloaf, or Jim getting all greased up. Jeepers! Maybe you like Sam doing the locomotion, maybe not. Or Hairy Gary himself on the cannon in the full Sure outfit, wowing Australia with his unique take on turn back time. So vote now. Vote for Gary.
Welcome back to the Grand Final Footy Show here. We're in the green room thanks to our good friends at Home Timber and Hardware. I've got three superstars here. We've got Timbo-matic, Gaz. It's Timo-matic, you idiot. We've got Dave Roden and we've got Alex Rance. Now, Tim, how are you, champ? Everything going well?
Everything's going great, man.
Yeah, so you've been out there watching the show?
Yes, I have been. Very exciting. It's been a great show so far. I'm ready for the reviews, though.
Well, and you're a judge, of course. Australia's Got Talent. And how's all that going?
It's crazy, man. I mean, the show is so unpredictable, so amazing. As everyone's been seeing, the acts are getting better and better.
Yep.
And we're about 7 weeks away from finding out who's going to take it this year. So, yeah, it's going great, man.
There it is on the screen now, and very good. There you are. Have a look at you. And 6:30 Sunday nights?
6:30 Sunday nights. Tune in, party people.
And you've got a new single out called Waterfalls. All going well?
Correct. It's all going well. The clip's coming out very soon. I may or may not be taking off my shirt a little bit, but not next to this guy.
Oh, well, Australia's Got Talent and D-Rod's Got Talent. Have a look at this. Have a look at the D-Rod here. Look at him. Oh, not bad, eh?
Not bad at all. A bit of thriller. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh!
Here he is.
Hey! This guy.
Yeah, there he is. That is the D-Rod. David Roden there, of course, and we'll find out very shortly what he's got in store tonight because some say he's got a knee injury. What's going on, D-Rod? You got a knee injury?
Yeah, I do. So I've got a pretty shot ACL, so it's no good. But, yeah, look, obviously pretty happy to be a part of it this year. My dance has been slightly modified by Tony and Trish, so hopefully it's still entertaining for the guys at home, but hopefully, have a bit of fun with it.
And have a look at this good-looking bloke. Timo, he's not bad, is he?
Yeah, he does all right.
You'd change for him?
No.
But, mate, I'm not sure why we got you on, Alex. Well, I know why we've got you on. Because we've got some vision of you in the spa at the Richmond Football Club. What are you doing? What are you jumping and diving into a spa for?
Well, I thought I could put my best foot forward to Celebrity Splash for next year, so I was giving it a crack for the lads.
Oh, it's a good body. You're happy with that body, aren't you?
Oh, I'll take it, yeah.
Hey, mate, it's all happening out here at the Green Room thanks to our very good friends at Home Timber and Hardware. Back to you, Harry Gary.
Thank you, Bill. Very nice work indeed. Long-time fans of this show will know that I don't wander into the musical area too much. I don't know all that much about it, but I demanded that I introduce our next act. They're good boys from Western Australia. They'll be barracking for the Dockers. On the weekend, they'll be performing in the pre-match entertainment here with their massive #1 hit, Lanterns. Please welcome the Birds of Tokyo.
Final Footy Show live from Rod Laver Arena. Ross Lyon not far away, the coach, of course, of the Fremantle Dockers. But before we hear from him, time to get our second panel involved in this show. We've had the big forwards. Now it's time to get some of the amazing midfielders in this competition. These two gentlemen, the best there is. Firstly from the St Kilda Football Club and then from the Cats, welcome Nick Del Santo and Steve Johnson. Oh, and you've already seen this man out in the green room, but now he's in the house. The Mayor of Geelong, Bill Brownless.
Nice to see Bill. Nice to see two great midfielders who have gone close to winning Brownlow medals. Got to be said over the course of the journey. I'm going to start with Stevie J. Give you a spell, Nick, because I'm going to ask you where you're going to play next year. Jono. What happened Monday night, mate? You sat back, you had 6 weeks off, you would have won by 15 votes.
Yeah, polled a few votes, Gaz, but no, I'm glad the best player in the comp won on the night. I was a little bit disappointed that Joel Selwood couldn't get up and draw him, but good on Gaz.
It's my understanding, Stevie, that you were texting your mates with the exact games you'd get 3 votes in and you got them all right.
No, that's not true. Jim, I actually found that when I got suspended, the next week I'd come in fresh and actually poll, so that might be the way to go next year.
You didn't have Mad Monday. You didn't have Mad Monday this week. You had Wacky Wednesday. This is the skipper, Joel Selwood. I think he came as Kate Middleton, wasn't it? Yes, indeed. Yep. What'd you go, Jono?
I went as Warwick Kappa. So
there you are.
There I am there. Daniel Menzel also turned up as Kappa. We don't tell each other what we're going to dress as. We just rock up and...
What's Jimmy doing?
Bit of fun. I'm not too sure what Jimmy Orsdorf there in a nappy. Didn't know who those blokes were for about an hour. They didn't show their face, but no, some good dress-ups. We had a good day.
And you did go as Warwick Kappa, and Tommy Hawkins was having an interview, and you took a Kappa. Let's have a look at this one. A bit of Kappa, a bit of... you got that off Gaza, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. No, I think Tommy was getting asked a serious question about his back, and I thought I'll just take the pressure off him and go Kappa.
Joel Selwood turned up with a real baby, as Kate Middleton.
Yeah, he did. He borrowed Andrew Mackey's baby Freddie, and he turned up, but... he was quickly ushered home after that. He had 2 pots and left. So.
Hey, Rossi Lyon about to wander out here. We're going to talk to him about Freo, but want to ask you about them, and in particular Ryan Crowley, a man that has been in the news over the past couple of weeks. I think he's been sensational. Now, this was you. I don't know if you're going to tell us what happened after the game or not, Jono, but what's he like to play on?
Oh, he's a very good player, Gaz. Obviously sticks to his role. He's very disciplined, and he got me for 3 quarters a couple of weeks ago. I was just a little bit disappointed that I didn't get another chance to play him on this weekend. But
does he play outside the boundaries of what's fair and acceptable?
Oh, not really. No, I mean, he just, as I said, he plays pretty disciplined footy. He's got one role, that's to shut his opponent down. And I guess the hard thing is he gets a lot of help from his teammates as well, who do a very good job to help him out.
All right, Nicky Dell's in the house. Very nice to see you, Dell.
Thank you, Jim.
Of course, lots of years spent under the man we're about to speak to, Ross Lyon. So is he due?
Yeah, I think so. I think any team that's led by Ross Lyon and coached by them, you know exactly what you're going to get. And I think Hawthorn playing on Saturday are going to be in for a really tough game. I'm not sure which way it'll go, but I'm sure Fremantle will be prepared for it.
Tell us what messages Ross would have been sending to his playing group, because you played in 3 grand finals under Rossi. What was he like in the week leading up?
He's very focused. I think the thing about Rossi is he's very structured, and you hear him talk about his structure and disciplines under pressure, and that all relates to what's going to happen on Saturday. So the intensity that he produces for his team every week throughout the year is all leading towards this one weekend, and that's why he drives them so hard. So to make sure on Saturday they know exactly what they have to do under pressure.
And I'm going to ask you, so...
far away, mate. Far away.
Do you want me to ask, or are you just going to tell me?
I haven't changed my mind since round 5 when you made a story up, Gary, about me leaving St Kilda. I've been there for 12 years, love the club, still have every intention on staying there.
All right. Okay.
Within that, thank you. Within that, as I've said also publicly, I understand if the club wants to go in a new direction, and I've been around long enough and I can accept that. And if they want to go in a new direction, which includes young players and getting draft picks, then I can accept that.
How many clubs have you spoken to? I'm going to ask Jim in a minute, so don't lie to me. How many have you spoken to?
I haven't spoken to a lot, Gary.
Well, just tell us who you have spoken to.
I haven't spoken to Fremantle, Hawthorn.
North Melbourne we know about, so that's a tick-off. So how did they present?
They're a great club, and I mean, Jim's a great leader at that club.
Oh,
I mean, it's a delicate situation, obviously, and within that, this happens to a lot of players throughout their career. It's the first time that I've ever been mentioned in regards to trade.
Hey, I'm not having a go.
Yes, you are. You're having a
No,
cheap
I'm
shot
trying
at
to
me.
get to the bottom of this to see if I'm going to be proved right in the end. And Essendon, how was that presentation?
Very brief. But as I said, my intentions are still to stay at the club.
Well, Dal, all I'll say to you is this: if you are looking for a new direction, just left off the Balti in a suburban Melbourne. Oh, very nicely tucked away.
Why were they brief at Essendon?
You'd probably have to ask them, Sam.
So it was brief on their account, not yours.
I mean, when you're around for a long time,
you know,
Sam, as you know, know a lot of people in football, and I've been around for a while. I actually know a lot of these guys through football circles anyway.
Now, I know, Nicky Dell, why you want to leave St Kilda. Because your skipper carries on like this. Have a look at this. What's he doing, Nick Remo? Come on, Nick. What is this about, Nicky Dell?
I think this is for the new Virgin, some competition that all clubs had the opportunity to go into. I think you get about $60,000 worth of free flights, and our club not being in the best financial situation, we obviously put a lot of effort into that, and that was actually done on our day off, and Nick Rewalt was the only senior player to go, and he sent out a text message saying, boys, you need to give me a chop out. And unfortunately, we were all in meetings and having massages at the footy club that day, so Rui got stitched up right and proper.
I wonder you didn't have a go at that, Sam. New Virgin ad. Thought you'd have a go at that.
Little crisp one from Bill for us.
Oh, that'd be against Margaret
yes,
and Ken, wouldn't it?
Of course it would.
No, we wouldn't be going down that path. Hey,
do
we need to welcome and introduce our next guest, of course. We just spoke to Alistair Clarkson. This man has also been to grand final on 3 occasions, got as close as a draw on one of those occasions with the St Kilda Footy Club. He's only been at Fremantle in 2 years. What a difference he has made. Please welcome the coach of Fremantle, Ross Lyon.
We really appreciate you coming in.
Let's go. Good luck, mate.
Great to see you, Rossi. This is, and again, there's some love in the house for the Dockers. Don't worry about that. No? Oh, she's up. All right, give us a chance. Hey, we spoke to Clarko. We're so appreciative of you guys coming in, and for your good self, you've just landed only half an hour ago. The plane was delayed, but all good?
Yeah, no, really good trip over. The club chartered the flight, so full of players, wives, girlfriends, children. We quarantined them down the back though, so Yeah, we just landed and the car picked me up and I brought one of my kids' daughters in with me. So, yeah, we're thrilled to be here.
Hey, it's a great effort, mate, and we do appreciate it. Were you up the front, by the way?
Nah, that's Pav's seat. He's 1A, Pav.
Hey, Ross, having spent a fair bit of my life in Perth, I know the Fremantle area well. They are as passionate about footy as anywhere in the world in Freo. I understand. Absolutely. The streets have been painted purple. You've had thousands turning up at training. We get a bit of a look at it here. After 19 long years, this great footy town and this great club is now in the big dance. It must feel great.
Yeah, look, the members and fans, they're really passionate. The airport's been chock-a-block, very full of purple. They painted the road purple, beer purple, purple sausages, and the left bank, which you might well know if you live there, has been going off. So, it's an exciting time for the football club, and personally, I'm thrilled to see a lot of people taking a lot of pleasure out of it.
And Rossi, what about your advice, having been there 3 times for your playing group? And I'll just read you a quote from, I don't know if I'll mention the player. This is back in your St Kilda days. Ross said, chuck your family business in the bin this week. We can worry about them on Saturday night. Have you loosened up a bit since then? It wasn't Dell, by the way. It was
no, they're still in the bin. Look, it's just a quote. We work so hard and there's a lot of sacrifices, and at some point you've got to put yourself first. So, and Lee Matthews spoke to the Saints players and just said, do every little thing right, take care of everything, and put yourself in a bubble for this week and acknowledge everything's going outside it, but focus on your preparation, get it all done early, don't play it before you get there. And and the family's happy to take a back seat this week.
Now, you must get sick of answering this, but the media love it, mate. Now, I'm a great fan, you'll just have to take my word for it, of Mr. Ballantyne and Mr. Crowley, because there's a lot more to playing football than just playing football. Do you think, will you give them instructions not to go outside the rules, but to go to another level on Saturday?
Well, I think they played at a very high level. It was talking about the parade tomorrow, and they've asked for the Pope-mobile, those two. So, look, there's been a lot of hype about Ryan. He's very disciplined to his role. We'll send him to one tomorrow. They've got a great midfield, but Hayden plays with an intensity and a passion. I think there was a bit of conjecture about him last year, and one of the ultimate compliments was Lenny Hayes after the Geelong final MCG said, gee, he won me over the way he went about it. So, there's a bit of misperception or whatever it is, but his passion and competitiveness is undeniable.
Hey, Roscoe, we were at Freo Oval, Gaz and I, or at, Subi Oval. The heat that you brought in the first 45 minutes of the prelim, I don't think any of us have seen anything like it. Did it surprise you?
Well, it's 2 weeks. No, it didn't surprise me. We're fresh. We've 2 weeks out of 4. They were sitting ducks a little bit, Sydney. There was pent-up emotion and just ready to go when that ball's bounced. And we can't underestimate 45,000 Dockers fans there. It was an amazing atmosphere. It was just amazing.
Well, and Rossi, obviously, it's very rare that you get multiple opportunities to win a premiership after going through 3 with you. Is there anything you reckon you've learnt that you're going to pass on to the Dockers boys this weekend that you probably learnt from those past experiences?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, we had a lot of the theories back then, didn't we, about we never got across the line, so I need to improve. That's the first thing. But look, at the end of the day, it's the ultimate distraction, which is the outcome. But it is another game of football. So on a personal level, I've sort of been calmer, less anxious, and a real understanding of the week, and really encourage the players to enjoy it, as we did then. But it's probably allowing them to do so more. And but you need to take your opportunities. I've asked them to do one thing, would probably be kick straight.
Hey, you've embraced social media, Roscoe. You love it, don't you?
Yeah, I've sort of renowned tweeter, Billy.
You are? Well, you've sent out one tweet and one tweet only. Here it is here. Watch this space. Hashtag GoFreo, and that's your one and only. What's going on? We're watching the space, Roscoe.
Well, hopefully it might be a nice tweet Sunday morning, who knows.
The last 4 games of AFL football, I've seen your side has been all involved in. I've seen the last 3 derbies, and I saw your place in Kilda over there this year. And you manage at some stages, many of them during a game, to get all your players into the forward 50-metre arc of the opposition. And it's quite an unusual sight to see 36 players plus 3 umpires plus a trainer standing in the forward 50 of the opposition. It's something that does disconcert the opposition. Is it something you've taken from St Kilda, or have you used the Dockers' talent to do that?
Well, just to clarify, our forward 50 or the opposition?
The
Because we do it at both ends.
No, I've seen you sweep up and down the ground, mate. I've got a photo on my iPhone of no one in the ground except all up the other.
Well, I think if the opposition is slow with the ball, we just sort of trot down there and fill some space, and then when we get it, we try and go quick the other way. It's not a complicated business.
Don't argue footy. Let's have a look at the Fremantle side that's going to take on Hawthorn on Saturday. Unchanged from the one that knocked over Sydney by 25 points, so beautifully balanced. They've got the three talls in the back half here. Their midfield runs really deep. They've got a 4-9 led by the skipper, Matty Pavlich. I love Chris Mayne and his ability to put forward pressure on. Hayden Ballantyne as well. Roscoe, I reckon there's a couple out with long-term injuries, but you'd be pretty satisfied with the group that's going to represent you on Saturday.
Yeah, it's really well balanced. Michael Johnson's inclusion was critical. They're a tall front half. They really fought with Gunston. He's 6'3". So without him, we would have been under some pressure. But we were playing some mediocre football in the back half of the year. But the last 6 weeks, they've really stepped it up. Our midfield and ruckman are in really good form. And, we're bringing a lot of pressure. But we understand Hawthorn has been the best home and away team. I think they lost 2 for the year. Massive challenge, but the form we're in, we think we're going to be right in it. And it's an exciting time.
Hey, Stevie, 3 weeks ago you saw firsthand what the Freo Dockers are bringing. What are you thinking here?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. Obviously, I don't want to see either team win, but one of them's going to, and I think it will be Fremantle. Their defensive pressure. It's been outstanding all year, and just the roles that their players play. Each game they go out there. It doesn't matter if it's the 22nd best player, he plays a role, and that's what I think will get him over the line in this year's granny.
Roscoe, I don't know if you're aware of this, but of course Nicky Dowell had 10 years, or many years anyway, under yourself. Yes. And what he does is he imitates your walk very well. Have you ever seen him do it?
No,
well,
I
that's
haven't.
why we're going to get him up right now, Dowell.
Come on, Nick.
Just give us a little bit of a look at how Ross Lyon walks around, please.
Here he goes. This is Ross.
I'll go this way.
Ross Lyon, as done by Nick Delsano, and we had to give permission, so you're right. You're right.
Here we are.
Always got a pen in his hand.
Yep. How'd he go, Rossi?
He's got a few more tricks than that too.
Yeah. Hey, you got some more? What about after the game? And where's Lenny?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Do you want one?
Yeah.
All right, once again, after game, got a pen in the hand at all times, hand in the air. Favourite player, Lenny Hayes, without doubt. Never said a bad word about him, even if he didn't get a kick. He'd always stand there, he'd nail a few blokes, then goes, "Where's Lenny?" Like he wasn't in the room, he's always in the room. Where's Lenny? Lenny, you're enormous again today.
You're into the rooms after this grand final, Rossi, and you put the hand up. Who are you looking for? In your
For the
Fremantle group?
enormous? Yeah. It could be. Honestly, he's thrown me.
Hey,
Sandilands. He'd be enormous.
Find him.
Hey, Roscoe, lots of sentiment around the Dockers for the reasons we've discussed, 19 years and all the rest of it. But I reckon if you win, Matthew Pavlich's career has been extraordinary, and to crown it with a premiership and be a premiership captain after everything he's done would be amazing.
Yeah, it would be. He's been a special player when the club had no resources and not the support it has now, and he's helped steer them through. So it'd be fantastic for Matthew, as it would be for everybody. But unfortunately, sentiment's not going to get it done, and there's no such thing as destiny. The only thing that's going to count tomorrow, Saturday, is unrelenting action, and Matthew will lead that.
Well, 2 years ago it was one of the great coups of all time. Fremantle slipped in under the cover of darkness and pinched him from the St Kilda Footy Club, and 2 years down the track it is paying dividends. They're in a grand final on the weekend. Rossi, again, we know you've flown over here tonight. You've come straight in here. We appreciate it enormously, and we wish you well on the weekend.
Thanks,
Ross Lyon,
good
luck,
ladies and gentlemen. Coach of the Fremantle Dockers, stay with us. The best of street talk coming up next in the grand final footy show.
I watch you do street talk and you
Well, we're doing it. You're watching it here as it happens.
But how do you find so many idiots in one street?
So they walk up into us like you didn't speak to us.
Oh, that makes me an idiot.
No,
What I see on television?
Well, you see yourself on television.
Oh my God, oh no.
Yeah,
good mate. You still a dickhead or what?
No, don't worry, we're not speaking to you. Hello, sir. Madam,
female.
I'm sorry, sir.
Pleased to meet you.
You're frightened.
Get this on your camera.
If my mum knew I was talking to you, she would kill me.
Yeah, same with my uncle.
What is happening here?
I broke the hair masturbating.
Bad luck, wasn't it?
For them.
What have you been doing there? Sir, to be quite honest, you're about the only action I've had for 4 or 5 years. I like
Sam, what are you doing in Freo with an Eagles jumper on?
And the Freo jumper. See, I hope your eyes haven't gone. That's what happens when you masturbate. You go blind. About the Kangaroos, North Melbourne, they've lost 4 games under a kick.
Yeah.
Mentally, they're soft, sir. Have you got any tips?
It doesn't bother me at all.
No tips on mental toughness?
If we're on air, I couldn't give a
I reckon you might see that game plan employed next week by either Melbourne or North Melbourne. And when you do, you can sue for plagiarism. You know what NAB means, do you? NAB, the NAB Cup, you know what NAB means?
Yeah.
Yeah, what does it mean?
Don't know.
National Australian
Bank.
Bank.
National, well done.
There you go. That's got to be on TV.
What are they?
He's a Jack Russell Foxy.
Jack Russell.
A Tennerville Terrier.
A Tennerville.
And this one's a...
What's that? What's it in there?
That's a Jack Russell Foxy.
Well, you got it. What is that?
This one.
In here.
That's been shopping.
Now, do you go to the game, sir?
Nah, not really. They clash with my sports.
What is your sport?
Bedroom sports.
Doug's Rex Hunt down to Yezagala. Well, he's just silly enough. Well, he could go far.
So you have just, very honestly have said that you would probably know if people are on drugs because you've probably had a drug in your past, and not a lot, but maybe have had one and you would tell, the telltale signs would be apparent.
15 years of it, mate.
Just going easy on you.
So we on the footy show, are we?
Yeah, well, I'm on it, and you'll be on it too if you want to be. And the dogs?
Yeah, Oscar, that's Lily.
Oscar and Lily. Let's just get it off. Did you like this as the...
Go to the police station, Sam.
What's that, sir?
They might arrest you.
For what?
What?
For what?
Being intoxicated.
We're down here looking for scientists.
Scientists?
Do you know one or are you one?
I've been an industrial chemist in my time with a few labs.
All you can do is just try your best. That's all you can do.
Try your best?
Yes.
Exactly right, sir.
It's only a game.
There's only one king, Sam.
Is that Jake?
No, it's Collingwood.
Collingwood are king.
Yes.
Yeah. What I'd suggest, sir, if you're going to claim that title, see if you can sneak up north and beat the Gold Coast Suns every now and again.
Thanks, Sam. Malaka.
Mine, that's mine there.
What are you doing with it, sir?
Oh, I'm going to eat some crunchy nut when I get home. Bit of crunchy nut.
Yeah, crunchy nut.
Yeah.
Does that give you energy, does it?
Oh, it sure does. It stops the cravings for the munchies anyway.
I see. You're from Mississippi.
Yeah.
How do you spell... How many S's has Mississippi got in it?
MISSISSISSIPPI.
Do you use the low-calorie milk or...?
Oh, just smarter milk. The smarter milk. The white smarter milk.
Yeah.
That's a bit smarter.
Yeah, well, that's obviously having an effect. Like to say hello to anyone?
Hi.
No, not them. Here. You don't kiss men and...
I only kiss my girlfriend. What does she look like? She a good
Where
sort?
is she?
Pardon? She a good sort?
Well, Bones thinks she is.
She died 4 years ago.
I do pretty well in 2 weeks.
What would you rack up in 2 weeks? How many?
Oh,
If you could put a number on it, if you could hang your hat on a number, the inspector would be fascinated.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
14 days.
14, yep.
14, say 20.
Thank you very much for Channel 9. I like Channel 9. I like Channel 9. See you, Channel 9.
This woman's from Channel 7.
Where?
There.
Here.
Well, welcome back. What a wonderful year it's been for you, Sammy. I think one of your finest again. And you love getting out amongst the people. I see you before you head out.
Well, don't say it in that supercilious fashion.
I'm being
love
genuine.
getting. Well, don't. I like getting out there, Gary.
I know you do, and you don't go and approach people.
No, we don't chase anyone. We don't harass anyone.
I know that.
We don't badger them.
I know.
And I got
can't do it on your own.
Not at all, Gary. Nice segue. And I'd like to thank some people. Rob Corwell, who is
an star.
All right, you finish the sentences off. Wayne McPherson, what's he on?
Great cameraman.
Mick Maxwell. Michael Maxwell.
Audio specialist.
And Monjon,
Yes.
Johnny Moncrief.
Security, the man that
who'll
saved it.
beat the living suitcase out of anyone that sneezes.
Hey, well done to you and well done to everyone that's been on Street Talk. It's been a lot of fun. As always, but Jimmy, time for a bit more music, son. Over to you.
All right, thank you very much for that, Gary. This album's called Departures. It is, of course, the second solo album for the great man alongside me here, Bernard Fanning. It went straight to #1, by the way. Hello to you, mate.
Hi, mate. How are you?
I know you've been setting up and you've been busy. Hey, recorded at the legendary Sunset Studios.
Yeah.
You must be really proud of this.
Yeah, it was great fun.
All right, now you've got some dates coming up too. You've got some on the green work. I think Rockford Wines, here we are, the Yarra Valley, and also Peter Lehman, beautiful part of the world, the Barossa Valley in Adelaide. Ticketmaster.com.au to get stuck into that. Now, 2008 with Powderfinger, you played at the grand final. Your memories of that?
I was the only one in the band that was going for Geelong, and the Hawks won, so I'm going for the Dockers.
That's as good a reason as you'll hear to support a side. You're much more of a cricket man, Bernard, aren't you, than AFL footy? But don't worry, we absolutely love having you here.
Thanks.
And this is the second album, of course, Departures. Get stuck into that, get along and see those dates. But this from your first album, and I think everyone in the house knows this song. One of my favourites. Wish You Well. Take it away, Bernard Fanning.
Feel free to stand up, folks.
Thank you, folks. On the Grand Final Footy Show, Vic Wilbur awards this year's overall winner of Almost Footy Legends. And there's a pile of cash on the line. Plus, the highlight of the night, the sportsbet.com.au Grand Final Review. It'll be a pumped up, pulsating pyro party. And one of us will be in it. Crumbs! That's all on the other side of the break on the Grand Final Footy Show. Then I'm off to the after party. Look out! Welcome back to the Grand Final Footy Show. We're out in the Home Timber and Hardware green room, and I tell you what, there's some reptiles out here. I can see Bernard Vince, he's ready to tear it to shreds. Lee Colbert's got nothing to do with the show, he's drifted in. So we need to straighten it up, and let's do it with a man who won every single award at the recent Media Awards, including his second, Alf Brown. Hello to you, Damo, and congratulations on what has been an amazing year.
Thank you, JB.
Have you been relaxing out here?
We have. About to get into a few beers with this maniac alongside me.
All right, well, before we do, I know you got a couple of snippets of news for us.
Yeah, Mark Harvey, officially interviewed by Essendon today for the vacancy in that position next year. We also have Peter Schwab considering an offer from Brisbane Lions to be Justin Lempich's 2IC. Shane Mumford yet to be offered a contract by the Swans, and clubs are circling.
All right, beautifully done, Purple. You slide in behind me. Keep it down to a dull roar out here, will you, please? All right, Campbell Brown is here, and this man has dominated the review. Hello to you, Brownie.
Always good to be, Jim.
Flowing back from the States just to be a part of it?
Yeah, absolutely. I love this week, especially tonight. It's my grand final tonight.
And you must be very proud as you watch some of this vision.
Some of my sharper stuff there. Yeah, no, it's very good. So we'll try and keep the kid on tonight.
All right, what are we about to see from you tonight, please? We saw a bit of course, old Sile, the Gangman style. All right, what do we got this year?
Well, you'll have to wait and see. Yeah, it's very good. I'll tell you what, Luke Ball, outstanding tonight.
All right, if you're going to keep it close to your chest, Brownie, you slide in behind me here. And here he is, the great man, of course, former Saint, now Magpie superstar. Hello, Bullock.
G'day, Jim. Yeah, I'm off the bench tonight, as you know. Up until last Thursday, when I did the right thing and did the show, I wasn't doing this. And Andrew Walker's pulled out, so in I come.
And I understand you've had 7-hour rehearsal days.
Well, if you can't play in the grand final this Saturday, as Brownie said, this is the grand final for all those players who aren't playing. So, I've been working around the clock, but I'm still a bit toey about it. So don't expect too much.
And solo from you, a bit of soft shoe shuffle.
Yeah, solo from me, mate. If I was going to do it, I wasn't going to do it with anyone else.
All right, well, all I'll say to you, Bally, is don't stuff it up, all right?
Oh, righto. Thanks,
all right.
mate. Yeah.
I'll give the same advice to this man, Lucas, because he's out and he's sweating it up. Almost football legends, Willis Brownless.
Good on you, Jimmy boy. Thank you very much. Back in the main arena here with Jonathan Brown, and it's almost footy legends time. The best prizes in footy, there's no doubt about that. We'll have a look at some honourable mentions, and then we'll have second, and then we'll have first. But have a look at this one here. These are the honourable mentions. Look at that hanger. This is Tate Silverlock takes a hanger. West Adelaide versus Glenelg, Brown Dog.
Fair start to it, Billy boy. Here we go. Montmorency versus Greensboro. I used to live in Greensboro. Look at the little fella beyond the goals.
And misses.
Oh. Bang! Thank you very much. A bit of a falcon there. We'll go again.
A long shot. And
bang!
It's not soccer, mate.
Trinity Grammar versus Pegs. This wins the game for Pegs. Have a look at this. Jackie Chan kicks a goal out of midair, and the Pegs get up. What about that, Rounder?
The girls would have loved him after that. Here we go. Joondalup Falcons versus Peel Thunderbirds.
Bang!
Bit of aggression here. The claws are out.
Bang!
Bang! Here we go. Watch for this now. Bang! Another one. Another one. Hey, here we go.
New South Wales versus Victoria. And there's a streaker. We all love a streaker, Brown Dog.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. Looks a bit like you here, Billy.
Have a look at this. He gets tackled, and what do they say?
Balls! Well done, here we go. And next up, Melbourne Grammar versus Brighton Grammar. Last quarter, Melbourne are down by 3 points. How are we going to get it home? Look at that. That's a fair effort, Billy. You've done that before.
I've done that every week. Or did that even every week, Brownie.
That is a good
Let's
go.
have a look at this umpire meltdown here. These are all honourable mentions, of course. And the umpire meltdown throws it up. Bad throw. Come on, ump. He goes again. Bad throw.
It's a bit wet, Billy.
He is,
Come on, mate.
No, but he's going to bounce it. He's all right now. He'll bounce it. And then guess who he blames? I've got a cold hand. I can't do it.
I think he's umpire on Saturday.
And he gives it to the other umpire to bounce it. Oh, that is a meltdown from the umpire.
Rightio. Over to the next one. Here we go. North Albury versus Myrtleford. Massive grab from the North Albury player. Up we go. Hey. Bit of Brock McLean in this bloke. I don't think Brock can get that eye though, Billy.
No, not at all. But a good grab. Well done to him. Oh, here's one of our favourites, Dermot Brereton, playing for the Victorian All-Stars against Tasmania. Have a look at this replay.
Look at the follow-up, Billy.
Look at the replay. He hits the ground with his foot. And have a look at the pressure. He just stands there and looks at the spot. Come on, Dermot.
No good at all. Yarrawonga versus Curra Rutherglen. I reckon I know this bloke, Billy.
Who is it?
It's the big Fevolution.
Kicks a goal.
Why couldn't he do that for us?
And look at him. He's happy with it. Oh, here's a good goal. The Giants reserves here. GWS versus Northern Territory Thunder. Have a look at that goal.
Yeah, fair goal. Magnificent.
That is very
similar to the one before, actually.
Very nice. Just keeps it in front of him, and then don't tell me it's true.
Well done. Here we go. Essendon versus Werribee. We know this bloke. Bomber forward Leroy Jetta.
Oh!
Hey, and look at this. Oh. Geez, you wouldn't mind just going bang if a bloke did that, Billy.
You'd love to go bang on the chin. Only 2 to go here. Have a look at the fullback here. Oh, gets around the full forward. Too easy. Well done.
Oh, yes.
And he's
well done,
away.
mate.
Oh, dopey.
Play within your limitations.
Yes,
here we go. Last one. Langwarren versus Seaford. The big fella. He's just going to knock him over. Putting his best submission for a Logie. Have a look at that. Best Actor Award. That is a disgrace to big blokes, Billy.
Yes, it is indeed. Well done, Brownie. All the honourable mentions. But second prize in the 2013 Almost Footy Legends. It's worth $20,000 thanks to Deep Heat. Second prize goes to this. Runner-up here. Let's have a look at the runner-up. And have a look at this hanger. It's down at Simmons Stadium. Geelong Footy League versus Golden Valley. And that is Shandon Bloomfield. What a grab that is.
After the mark too, Billy, up to the feet.
And we've got Andrew here. He is accepting the award on behalf of Alan Collins. $20,000 thanks to Heat. Not bad that, mate.
Good on you. Thanks, Billy.
Hey,
Thanks,
where's
Steve.
Alan, by the way?
He's at home snoozing.
So he couldn't come in and get 20 grand?
No, he couldn't.
You keep half of that, mate.
Thanks,
well
mate.
done.
Cheers.
Good on you. Well
Thanks,
done.
Bill.
Thank you to DP. Now the winner. This is what we've all been waiting
Right,
for.
don't forget, mate.
The winner of Almost Footy Legends for 2013, Brown Dog.
40 grand.
Is this $40,000 from Home Timber and Hardware. Have a look at this. Have a look at the little fella here, Williamstown versus Casey.
That should be over the ball.
360, but look, he gets up.
He just keeps on fighting. Shows plenty of ticker, Billy.
Second effort. Don't tell me Brown Dog goes bang.
He goes bang. Thank you very much.
And here it is here. That's big Jakey. Jakey Spencer swings him around in a 360. Picks it up as Charlie Boy sends it home. And that is our winner of the 2013 Almost Footy Legends. And we've got Chris here. Chris, well done, mate.
Thanks, mate.
You sent that in also. And from Home Timber and Hardware, we have Andrew Toomey and $40,000. That is, thank you very much, Andrew.
You're welcome, Bill.
Yes.
Yes, Chris, on behalf of all the Home Timber and Hardware stores around Australia, congratulations on the $40,000 first prize. It'll go towards your next home renovation. Home Timber and Hardware is the #1 destination for serious DIY and tradies around Australia. And that's where they go for their renos.
Go where the tradies go.
Go where the tradies go.
Exactly. Thank you to Home Timber and Hardware. Well done to you, Chris. $40,000. Thanks to Home Timber and Hardware. Thanks to DP. Now, Brownie.
What have we got?
We've all been waiting for this, haven't we, my friend?
Yes, we have, mate.
It is indeed.
The after party.
No, you idiot. It's not the after party. It is the Sports Bet Grand Final Players Review straight after the break. Don't go anywhere.
This is my son.
Ready to go, big man?
I'm ready. I'm confident.
Let's go get killed.
Let's go. What? Oh, he's got inverted again. I'd be surprised if he hadn't passed out. I feel sick watching.
Tonight, Force, you put your head in that box over there, and for every goal that Melbourne got beaten, we're going to put a mouse down that box.
Tight, here he is, all right. He's the first one in, on his head. That's 3 on his head. Now I'm going to do a group cop. 24 miles. Gary. Go! Give it to him. 1, 2.
I think that's about it, Woo. Thank you, Mike, but that's it. Don't look.
Under. I'm having a hard one.
Under.
It's cold, dickhead.
Get in the water, Bill.
No, you're not.
That is the softest challenge ever. Tonight, he is going to eat the world's hottest pie.
Lightning round starts now. Hot, that's all right. Is that not too hot?
Getting hot now.
It's getting hot now. He thinks he's going to have it. Oh! Put it out! What? Crack it, Bill.
No, mate, that is seriously funny.
We've all tipped North as a certainty. If North lose, you are it.
Jim. It's your f***ing team's fault. F***ing Ruse. Kappa. The Wiz is here.
Just when I didn't think this day could get any worse. Wiz, if you spew on me, I've got a really bad feeling. Sucked in, Kim. No! Gary's on the stretcher. He's not looking comfortable or happy, the great man. He's done it. 18 metres. Gary Lyon on the stretcher.
That is it. No more.
This is Big Bill.
Been bored again.
Kappa!
You're going to look like a nice cockhead.
Can you hear this?
Don't forget to tune in the morning after the big one for the mighty Sunday Footy Show as we wrap up a massive grand final. Join Hutchie, Lloydie, Billy, Brownie, Damo and myself as we give you the most in-depth news and analysis of footy's biggest day. We speak to the premiership winning team and find out who will be crowned champion in the grand final of Blues Handball. The Sunday Footy Show, 11:30am, Sunday on Channel 9.
Oh, here we are out in the Home Timber and Hardware green room. Hey, Miley, get out of the road here. She's doing a bit of twerking. Hey, Campbell, fantastic. How good was that?
Yeah, outstanding. Dave, again, was sensational and always a bit of fun, mate. I've still got some white stuff
Yeah,
in
we
there.
got some vision here. You are here. Have a look at it. How do you think you went, mate?
Yeah, a couple of little errors, but hopefully no one picked them up. And no, good night. Robin Thicke's a start.
Yeah, no doubt about that. A very, very good. And then you spent the whole night up sitting there watching. It was pretty good overall, wasn't it?
Scared of heights, mate, so it wasn't that good.
I think we got some vision here, Miley. Come in here, Brandon Matera, outstanding. No twerking here, mate. I'll get a stiffy. But here we go here. Have a look at this. What about that, mate? You happy with that?
Yeah, I love it, mate.
How long did you think about doing this?
Brownie brought it to me about 6 weeks ago, and I thought, yeah, great.
Took 5 seconds, I reckon, and bang, he said, I'll do it. Who else we got here? David Roden, D-Rod. Well done again, mate. We thought you had the knee. You weren't going to do it, but you're up for it. You're very, very good again, mate.
Yeah, the knee felt good tonight, so hopefully just glad it didn't fall over and it didn't buckle. So, yeah, good night.
Good, and yourself and Croft had a nice little playoff at the end there too.
Yeah, we danced together for a few years now, so yeah, we enjoyed it.
Well done. And what about this man here? Brocky McLean, unbelievable. Brocky, you like that, buddy?
Darling, Mr. Worldwide.
The pit bull here. Well, I think we got some vision of you here too, mate, just to finish off the show. No, we don't. We couldn't find any. But well done anyway. And we should, who we got to thank? Tony Bertuccio and Trish and all the dancers have been unbelievable.
A lot of effort's gone into tonight, so fantastic work, Trish and Tony.
200 people involved with this, so it was really well done. And there you go. What's happening now? A couple of frothies?
Yeah, a couple of waters and then we'll go to sleep, I think.
I'm going to sleep.
You'll go, of course you will. What are you doing, Miley? That'll be interesting.
Whatever Brownie's doing, I'll be right next to him.
She's with Mr. 3 or 5.
There we go, guys. It's all happening. Plenty of energy out here. Home Timber and Hardware Green Room.
Very nice work, Billy Brownless out there. And let me say, Jim and Samuel, having been involved in that for the first time for a long time, full credit to Tony and Trish. The work they put into this goes back months, but the players give up their time as well, so we need to thank them on our behalf. The boys who got involved with that. And we need to also say, we know David Roden's no longer at Melbourne, but someone's got to draft him, Jim, or we're in trouble.
Hey, Gary, let me say this, that I thought you and Sam were magnificent. What did we think? Share on the big cannon.
Yeah, always going to win that. Some imbecile sprayed me with something down there. I didn't think that was in rehearsal.
It was.
Hey, Luke Ball, where is he? Didn't need much talking into being back involved in the review.
Turn it up, mate.
Mentioned it once. Have a look at this.
Some of this business.
How long did it take to get this down?
Just a couple of hours yesterday, guys. That was it. And,
all right, well,
and that's what we came up with.
Paulie, I thought you were magnificent, but
Thanks,
this man
James.
straddling a cannon did everything to me. Just have a look at some of this business. How'd he came, Gary? Don't you just shut up. We're going to get some vision of you, hopefully, riding a massive cannon. It's on its way, Gary.
It's been riding a massive cannon.
That's what you were doing. Here it is. Out it comes. Force, did you enjoy it?
I did. It was extraordinary.
That's a very attractive looking woman.
Yeah.
Gary.
You have a lash
Had
at
a
me
fair
later?
cod
That is
piece on there, guys.
magnificent,
Had the agates end up.
Yeah, around my ears, in actual fact.
Were you getting some help downstairs?
Hey, a cod piece, Jim. Hey, seriously, the boys are great. We're going to get their thoughts and tips on the grand final, of course, but sportsbet.com.au been outstanding of sponsors of ours all year long. And Matty Campbell, the face of sportsbet.com.au, joins us. Welcome, Matthew.
Thank you very much, Gary. And I can tell you that the story so far is the big punters are going with Hawthorn, the smaller punters, and there's plenty of them, going with the Dockers. Hawthorn, $1.68 solid favourite. Fremantle now $2.25 in from $2.30. Now, our fantastic promotion on the game, and it's if your team scores 80 points or less, we'll refund your head-to-head bet. That's to a maximum of something's going on.
Matthew, hold it, just hold up.
Hey, you dickheads! Piss off, he's trying to give us the tips and the odds.
Sit down, mate. Hey, Matty, you were magnificent, mate. We weren't laughing at you. You were outstanding.
That's right. I just thought something was going on, Gary, so I'll continue.
Push on, please.
If your team scores 80 points or less, you'll get your money back. That's up to $100. Terms and conditions at the website sportsbet.com.au. Right, to the Norm Smith medal.
We push it through, big fella.
The favourite is Nat Fyfe, and the punters are backing the Dockers. He's into $7. We've also got Michael Barlow, $13 into $9. Sam Mitchell, Luke Hodge drifting out to $8.50, also money for Monday. And everyone likes to have a crack at the first goal kicker. And if you don't like Jared Ruffhead and if you don't like Buddy Franklin, how about the mega bet? You can take both. If either of them kick the first goal, you get $5.50. And remember, gamble responsibly, have a bit of fun, and I had no idea what's been going on.
Matty Campbell from sportsbet.com.au. Absolutely outstanding, Matty. And again, thank you to sportsbet.com.au, home Tim and Hardware, Nissan Navara being magnificent sponsors. $1.50 those blokes are going to get a punch in the head after the show. Let's go around the panel and get the tips of our experts. Big game, we want a winner and we want a Norm Smith medalist, please. Starting with you, Nicky Dell.
I'm going to back Fremantle in by about 12 points. And I think David Mundy will win the Norm Smith.
All right, Freo and David Mundy. Lukey Ball.
I think the Hawks will win by about 17 points. And I think Grant Birchall for the Norm Smith medal.
Very nice work, Jackie Rebolt.
Hey, I'm thinking the Hawks.
Well, there they are. Hold it up.
And I reckon Big Ruffy's going to kick a bag. A little six-pack for Ruffy and take it home.
Beautiful. Here we go. Big John O'Brien.
Love our forward. We'll go to the Hawks. And Buddy Franklin, his last game for Hawthorn.
Shane? Well done, Freo. Fantastic year, but this is the year of the Hawks. Bring it on!
Get the paper out of the road. Yeah, you can buy those posters. They're the Mark Knight posters, of course, and the Herald Sun proceeds go to the Royal Children's Hospital Good Friday appeal. Stevie J.
As I said earlier, guys, I think the best defensive team of the year will win. It'll be Fremantle by 10 points. And I'll go with the favourite, Nathan Fyfe, for the Norm Smith.
Rightio. This is that split, are we?
I have a bit of an affinity with the Dockers, Gaz. Some years ago, Shane removed my pants and jocks while I was modelling the fresh strip of the Dockers, and the purple of their jumper matched the vermilion hue of me plums, and I felt that I'm at one with the Dockers. But having just had little Alistair Clarkson beside me, who said he'd punch my head in, I'm going to take that risk that he punches it in, and I reckon the Dockers might bottle him up.
All right, what about the Norm Smith medalist?
I think, wait for this, Gaz, I think one of the annoying men from that side might just take the buttered confection in young, small Hayden Ballantyne.
Gary, yourself?
I think the Fremantle Dockers are going to win, actually, on Saturday. And I think Michael Barlow, a good Golden Valley boy, might win the Norm Smith medal.
All right, it's been an enormous...
No, Jim, your tip, please. The only time of the year
Fremantle and
Super
Super Pav for me for the Norm Smith medal. He has been a champion. All right.
Super Pav.
We are Super Pav. A little bit nasally. We're going to take a break. Our final break on the Grand Final Footy Show, because when we come back, we have got UMI ready to tear this joint to shreds. Stick around.
Welcome back to the Footy Show. Competition winners in the Nissan Navara Power Seat. There they are. Hope they've had a wonderful night. We thank Nissan Navara, sportsbet.com.au and Home Timber and Hardware, the best sponsors in the business. Make no mistake. I've got some thank yous to go through. We always do it this time of night because it's been a massive year. But before we do, Billy Brownless and Damien Barrett join us up here, and they've had a wonderful year. Damien Barrett.
Well done, Damo.
22nd Elf Brown medal. We need to get your tip, Damo.
Tip. Starsky?
Sam Senior asked Fremantle and Nate Fyfe for the
Nathan
Norm
Fyfe.
Smith.
Nathan Fyfe,
Yes.
Mammoth.
I'll go Fremantle 2 and I'll go Michael Barlow for the Norm Smith.
Oh, very nicely done. Okay, just bear with us for a moment. We need to thank a lot of people. It is a very, very big year on the Footy Show, and we get the best support in television, bar none. And it starts at the top. Ian Patterson's a great support. Tim Cleary, a great man, as is Brent Williams, the best producer going around. So those three give us the wonderful support that we need. And then we roll through. Adrian Beck, Adam Rowe, Luke Jackson, Frankie Bench, Ed Bowman, Paddy Mithun and Joe Neal are all part of the tightest knit family in television, and we love them.
Yes, they are, and we keep rolling because there are lots of people who make this show possible, Shane. Kylie Lloyd, the very beautiful Kylie Lloyd, who looks after everything financial for us. A man close to you, Shane?
Wayne McPherson. Very good man, Wayne McPherson.
He does a great job, very talented too, as is Dan Wilson. Gareth, our production manager, thank you very much. Shane, lighting director for the first time on the Grand Final Footy Show. Sensational. And Gary Newnham, Gaz, is the best in the business, been directing this show for 20 years. So, Gaz, thanks for everything you do.
Sunday Footy Show.
Exactly right.
Sunday Footy Show still to come, 11:30 Sunday, boys.
And big guest coming through, I believe.
Big guest
the
there.
Premiership stars will come through. Shane, whilst we wait for our act to get set up out the back.
Get warmed
here.
up and get tuned, get in tune.
They're going to rip the lid off this. Buddy Franklin, don't do that, please. Okay. Buddy Franklin, you know him, and you're close to him. Can you give us an insight? Will it be the last? There are a lot of Hawthorn supporters here and watching. Will it be the last time we see him in Hawthorn colours?
I honestly don't really know, but I think he'll stay, and I think he'll possibly be a premiership player Saturday afternoon. Again,
all right.
That's what I would like.
Gary.
Yes, Jim.
We are ready to go. This band, by the way, announced today they're bringing back the tradition of playing their Melbourne Cup Eve shows, November 3 and 4. Prince of Wales in St Kilda. This man, of course, the face of the AFL Finals Series, capping off
What is that?
an unbelievable year of live shows all around the country. One of our greatest ever live acts. Put your hands together for UMI.